Live. Hi guys, very good afternoon to all of you. I'm sure you guys are aware that IIFT has come out with its notification and also have started accepting the registrations for the exam. The exam of IIFT is going to be held on 18th of December. In fact, there is a clash of IIFT as well as the second attempt for SNAP. So please be careful about your dates. If you're writing SNAP as well as IIFT, make sure that you don't book your SNAP date on 18th of December. You can book the first and the third slot of SNAP, and IIFT is on 18th. So let's go ahead and take a look at what is the process of filling the form for IIFT. Are there any issues in the form filling? Is there something which we need to keep track of or be aware of during this entire process? So if you don't know where to go, first thing you can do is simply go to Google, type very simply IIFT application form, APPLI. So you can already see that there are enough people searching for it. It has already come up. So you'll get the first search result, which is IIFT NTA. Now the first thing you need to understand here is IIFT is one of these institutes for MBA which has given the process of conducting the online entrance, the exam, to this entity called NTA. It's National Testing Agency. It is a government entity formed few years back. In fact, some of the biggest exams like UPSC, IIT JEE, etc. are conducted by this entity. So IIFT has also given the responsibility or given the charge to conduct their entrance exams to NTA. Last year also it was the same. It's a very smooth process. In fact, I've just gone through it before I started the session. So you'll see what are the steps involved. Okay, so you just click on this and you can see at the bottom left there will be candidate activity and IIFT MBA 2023-25 registration. Now you have to be careful, don't get confused. This is for the academic year 2023-25, whereas the IIFT, normally when you say CAT 22, it is happening for the academic year 23-25 also. It's the same. But IIFT does not say IIFT 22. They don't use the word IIFT year. They only talk about IIFT for the academic year 23 to 25. So that's how they do it. Whereas CAT, you can see every year they say CAT 20, CAT 21, CAT 22, CAT 23 and so on and so forth. CAT does not use the academic year, whereas IIFT uses the academic year. They don't use the year of the exam. So don't worry. Basically the bottom line is just go to the bottom left and click on this. It'll say that you'll be taken to a different page. Do you want to go? Yes, of course. There's no problem. This is actually a site monitored by the government and run by the government entities. So here you can see that if you have already registered, you will be getting your application number, or you can enter your password and your CAPTCHA here and then move forward. But since I did not register yet, so let's go ahead and take a look at this. You'll be clicking on new registration. This basically is a blank. You can't change this. New registration is the first thing, and there's a lot of text here both in Hindi and English. Again, as I said, NTA being a national level testing agency by the government of India, so you will have in Hindi as well as in English. So you have a lot of this. You can read it slowly at your own leisure. But yeah, you just come to the bottom here, click on this, that you have read the information and you understood the information. A good RC practice for you guys. So click on here to proceed. So you'll go forward. So here you'll start entering the details. So I will start putting in my name, Srinivas, candidate's name, father's name, A.V. Sarma, then mother's name, PD Bhavani, date of birth, I'll just put some number, February, March, April, May, and okay, there is a year also. You'll have to select the year. Well, that way I'll have to select my year, and gender will be male. Type of identification. So here you'll have to enter the identification which you'll be carrying with you for your exam. So I will typically carry my PAN card, so I'll mention the PAN card over here. So this is what will be mentioned. So that's done. Then next we are talking about the address. Okay, by the way, PAN card should be entered in capitals. Usually websites don't create a fuss, but here they are saying that if I give it in small letters, it is creating an issue. So you'll have to enter the PAN card in capitals. So once again, let me give some other numbers. Okay, so I've given one more. Then we have the address. So let me write down the address. 100 Malibu, and then let me mention my office address, which is Dairy Circle, and then locality. I am currently residing in Bangalore, so I'll just mention Bangalore. Then country, of course, is India. Then you'll be looking at state, Karnataka. This is for me. Obviously, you'll fill your own states. Districts, it's Bangalore urban, and then pin code 560032, something like this is what you're going to fill. So 560032. Email address, obviously you'll have to give your email address. I'm going to give my official email address. Here you have to give the correct email address, because you will be getting an OTP onto the email ID. So make sure that your email address and password is, you remember the password, because you'll be using it again and again. Your result will be coming to your email ID, as well as your OTP for the completion of the registration process will also come to your email address. So let me finish this. Confirm email ID, I'll have to enter the same. Now for the mobile number. So I'll just enter a mobile number. We have a different mobile number for these purposes, so I'll just enter that. Okay, so once you enter that, STD code, obviously this is landline, the era of landline is gone. Most of us are using mobile phone. So you can just pass it off. If you have a different permanent address, you'll have to enter that. For now, I will say that it's the same as the present address. Then you have to choose a password. Okay. So again, there are certain restrictions. You please be careful. Look at the restrictions. Your password should be between 8 to 13 only. In the morning when I was trying, I gave my random password. It went on to some 18 characters, and then it did not accept. Similarly, you have to have one uppercase, minimum one lowercase, one numerical value. So basically, make sure that all of these things are taken care of. So once you do that, you'll be getting, okay, let's start filling a password, and then you're saying security question, which website do you rarely visit? So let me put BYJU'S. Okay, so that's my answer, and then I'll be putting 83AU02, and then you submit it. Okay, so you will have to check all the information here. And the good thing about NTA, and this is a process that they follow every time, is when you come down, there are multiple check boxes. So basically, you check your name correctly and then click it here. So you cannot miss anything which is important. Similarly, you go to your father's name, check your father's name whether it's correct or not, then come over here and click on the father's name. Similarly, so it's a process which is very neatly made so that you make sure there are no errors. You cannot miss any field. So they have given all the fields, and then you will say I agree, and then finally submit and send the OTP. So you'll be getting an OTP. So have your phone nearby. So you should be getting an OTP quite soon. I should be getting, my colleague over here is holding on. Yes, we got the OTP. So yes, so that is 64. Okay, so this is the OTP. So once you get the OTP, you will submit it, and this is the first part which is done. So now your entire process starts. So you've just managed to create an account. So think of it as creating of an account. Now you can see, once the account is created, you can see that these are all the things that have to be completed by you. So we will start with complete application form. You'll have to continue the process. There are a lot of fields areas that you have to go ahead and fill. So personal details, we'll start with personal details. Srinivas, everything else is, some of it is pre-filled, thankfully. Nationality is again Indian. State, they could have picked this up, but they didn't for some reason. But let's go ahead, Karnataka. So category, general category. Then if you are a PWD candidate, thankfully you have everything fine, so no. Are you diabetic? As of now, no. Annual family income, I'll just put 8 lakhs and above. Place of interview, again be careful, you get the interview in these places, typically your first preference will be given. So I'll choose Bengaluru. Then IIFT campus preference. Now Delhi is the main IIFT campus. When I say main, I would say it is the campus where IIFT made its name. It was the first campus. Then Kolkata started up. Kolkata is still doing pretty good, but again, if you have to ask me, pick one between Delhi and Kolkata, I would say opt for Delhi. Again, the way in which it works is depending upon how your performance is, you will be getting either Delhi campus or Kolkata campus. So they'll mention that at the time of your offer, whether you're being sent to the Delhi campus or the Kolkata campus. But one good thing that IIFT has done is made sure that the placements are common across the board. So there is no difference in terms of companies coming to Kolkata and companies coming to Delhi, because they'll pool all the students together and they will conduct the placement. So effectively, as far as companies are concerned, there is not too much of an issue. But the issue could be that if you are from, I don't think they'll be even disclosing whether you are from a Delhi campus or a Kolkata campus. But yeah, ultimately the companies will have to look at your performance in their interview and their process, and therefore they'll select. So that's how it goes. So let's go ahead. And I've given Delhi over here, and let's enter the captcha once again. E97 capital KO3. So save and next. So one part of it is done. Then do you have another number? Currently I'm saying no, because if I say yes, it will ask me for another number. I don't want to enter the number. I don't remember my number, so I'll just say no. It's not a crime not to have another right now. Are you sure you want to submit? Yes. IIFT MBA. Now we have to look at what is it that you're going to apply to. So you can see that there's only one option, IIFT MBA IB, International Business. Now, what are the city and states? So first I will give my option. So this is for the exam. This is for taking the exam, not the interview. Okay, so I would say my first state preference will be Karnataka, because I'm currently residing there, and within Karnataka I'll opt for Bangalore. Second, if not Bangalore, then I will still choose Karnataka. I'll choose a nearby city that I can go to, probably Mysore. Yes, I'll choose Mysore. Probably I can go with my wife and kids along with the exam. Let's see what happens. Usually 99% you'll be getting it within the city and the state that you mentioned. Very rare cases, yes, they do happen, but very rare cases you'll get it in the next preference. In fact, I barely come across students who say they got the third or the fourth preferences, but that's okay. Then if these two don't work out, let me give a third. By the way, you're supposed to enter all of these, you can't skip them. I will give Telangana, which is my hometown, so I can go meet my parents there. And then we have the fourth choice. Where would I want to go? Probably Delhi, meet some of my friends. So the way I'm looking at it is, if the first two don't work out for me, then probably I'll travel, and I might as well go and do certain things which are work related and personal related too. So I've given Delhi and New Delhi, so that's the reason. Occupation of my parents, I'll just put others for now. I'll put everything as others. So you'll have to select and put what they wear. Enter security, so 60V8 E and 2. So this is done. Save and next. So the second section is completed for us. Now we are looking at academic qualifications, academic details. This is something which is very simply put, thankfully. One good thing I liked here, which was not there earlier in CAT, is you have to enter the percentage also, you have to enter the total marks also, you have to enter the marks that you got. And if it is even a decimal off, they used to create an issue there. Here you just have to enter what is the total mark and how much you got. The percentage is automatically calculated. So let's go ahead and say my 10th, of course, I'm passed. Year of passing way back, yeah, well, it's 2000. Name of the exam is 10th. Board, at that point it is called Andhra Pradesh State Board. Result was percentage. I didn't get a great percentage, you will see. Total marks were for 600, and I got about 470, 480, something like that. I think I got about 480. Now you be careful about what you're entering. It doesn't matter to me because I will not be going to the interview, but you guys will have to be very careful when you're entering these marks, because any discrepancy, it can be pointed out in the interview. It could lead to disqualification also if the discrepancy cannot be justified by you. So please be very careful about the marks that you're supposed to enter. Okay, then you have 12th or equivalent passed. Then you have yes, so we have when did I pass 12? So 10th and 22. Name of the examination was class 12th, and board or university, still it was called Andhra Pradesh State Board. By then Andhra Pradesh bifurcation didn't happen, so you have a result was again a percentage. But 12th isn't also that great comparatively, so it was out of 1000. I got about 871. I remember this actually specifically for some reason. Graduation details, I will just say passed. Passing of year was 2000. 7 name of examination was BE BTech Mechanical Engineering. I was a mechanical engineer, by the way. So mechanical engineering, we'll have to search for that. Yeah. And then name of the board and university. Okay, I checked it out in the morning. I have graduated from ISM Dhanbad, or today it's called IIT Dhanbad. It wasn't there in this list. So I'll just go and search for others. So there is another, so I'll just put that across. Now it will ask me for the name. So I will just say ISM DHANBAD Dhanbad, and result mode was CGPA. You'll once again notice that my CGPA is not that great. It was out of 10 points. I got about 6.51. Now all those of you who are thinking that low marks, low CGPA doesn't matter, please be advised that these scores and these marks are of an era which was pre-2010. That was a time where, except IIM Bangalore, no other colleges were actually looking at using the profile of a student. So purely at that point in time, it was the CAT score or the XAT score or the IIFT score, only the score mattered. But from about 2011-12 onwards, they started putting in importance and emphasis on their 10th class marks, 12th class marks, graduation marks. So today, if you are watching this, please don't go by what I'm putting there. These are my marks. I'm saying that out aloud, but I'm also giving you a caveat here. My marks did not matter at my point in time simply because the process was different. For you, it will matter. Your 10th, 12th graduation will matter, especially graduation. If you're still in college right now, put in that effort to make sure that your last 1 year score is better off. If you're already in your final year, well, there's nothing much that you can do except to increase that by a marginal point. But if you're in your first year, if you're in your second year, because you will not be filling the form this time, you'll be filling it in the next year as an engineer, or if you're in the first year of graduation, a bachelor's of 3 years, then in the second year you'll be filling this form, or third year first semester you'll be filling this form. So make sure that you don't let go of your graduation score. It's very, very important, guys. Anyway, so let's go ahead. Post-graduation, well, I have finished my MBA, but for now I'll just say no, not applicable. Okay, so you can see that these boxes will start becoming grayed out. Then professional qualification, this is for people like CAs and others who would have done some kind of a professional certification. You can enter it here. As of now, I don't have, so I will put it as not applicable. But if you have any such professional certification, you can enter it over here. And then you will enter this 15V5D6. So that's save and next. So the academic section is completed. Then are you employed? Yes, if you are currently employed, where employed, you have to start giving in the employment details. So name of last current organization, current, I will basically say BYJU'S, BYJU'S. Company name, please make sure that the company name is currently entered. In fact, my company name, while we go by the brand BYJU'S, it's actually Think and Learn. So, well, make sure that you mention the correct company name. In what sector? I'm in the sector of education. Education is EDU. Okay, that is done. Organization type, it is a private limited company. And then we have post held, content director. Then nature of duties. Content creation, work experience. So you have to enter your starting day of your work, and for this particular, so the whole idea here is if you have worked in multiple organizations, you can add an employment detail. So the first block will be for the first company starting and end point. Second block will be for the second company starting and end point, and so on and so forth, depending upon how many companies you've worked in. I have been a part of about 6, 7 companies in the last 12, 13, 14, 15 years of my career. So I'll obviously not be mentioning everything because this is just for me to show this to you. So I'll just delete employment details. I will enter only one. I've been working since the last 1 year, I would say. So I will go ahead and take 2021 November. I'll take November 19th, if I remember it correctly, and I'm still currently working in it. So work experience too, I will mention today's date, which is 6th. I'm taking a class right now, so that's part of my work, so I'm assuming that this will be counted. So we have O, capital OHF211. So I hope this works. Yes. So this is the work experience part. Now we have to choose a file, photo. Okay, so please make sure that you choose your correct photo and your correct signature. you need to have this scanned in a very, so if you notice, they are saying that the file size should be minimum 10 and up to 200. So guys, when you take a photo of yourself from a phone, the quality usually is quite high. The quality usually is very high, and when you download it, it becomes probably about 3 MB or 4 MB. Here you're talking about kilobytes, and in your phone, because all of us now today have 20 megapixel, 40 megapixel, and you have phones which are crossing probably 50 megapixels also. So the quality will be very high. So you will have to decrease it, bring it down to less than 200 KB. So one simple and easy way for you to do that is take the entire image, put it in paintbrush, a simple paint. So if I can just explain that to you, let's say paint. So when you open this, put the drag and drop the entire image here, and when you go to file, you can actually save as, and you can take a JPEG format. So you can, when you're looking at save as, it will ask you which format. So go for a JPEG format, and then it'll ask you where to save. And usually the moment you save from your mobile phone the image to a JPEG format, the size cuts down drastically, and normally it comes down to about 120-130 KB. Should be good enough for you. Okay, do the same thing for phone also, for your signature also. Don't worry too much about scanning. Just take a plain white paper, have a signature of yours, take a phone and click an image of it. Use the image like what you just did, and make sure that you upload them over here. So simply put, you'll be uploading 2 documents over here, and then you'll be going to the next part, which is, okay, let me see if I can upload 2 documents. Let me see if there are any images. I need pictures, so there are no saved pictures. Okay, so well, let's not waste time on this. So basic idea here is you will have to upload the image. So let me give one more try if I have any pictures over here. Okay, there are videos I cannot give. Right, so I don't think I have any images right now, stock images stored, but yeah, you can upload it from here. So that's how it goes. So once you do this, you will be you'll be getting a button here which says upload. Remember guys, this is only choosing the file. This is not called uploading. Once you choose a file, you'll be getting a button here which says upload. So you'll have to click on the upload, and then you'll be getting, so this small column that you can see on the right corner, there the document will be updated for you. Once you click on it, the next screen will be actually of the payment screen. So you'll be having a final submit screen which shows everything that has been uploaded till now. You'll just have to go through it once. The next screen is quite straightforward. You'll have a summary screen. It will show everything that you have put, your score of 10th, 12th, graduation, your work experience score, your personal details, all of that will be shown along with the photo you have put in, as well as your signature. So you will actually see what photo has been put in and what signature has been put in. So all of this will be coming in the next page. If everything is in order, you will just click on submit and it will start taking you to the payment page. So this is the basic process. And NTA is not something new. They have a very standardized way of doing this. They have been doing it for years now. So thankfully there are no glitches at all in this, and it's pretty smooth sailing. There are hardly any issues for you, hardly any places where you might stumble. It's very simplified version, or very easy way of submitting an application. Given the number of MBA exams you will write, you'll probably find this to be one of the easier ones, right? Well, my friends, that brings me to the end of the session here. It's just to show you that there's nothing much for you to worry about as far as IIFT is concerned. Just make sure that your percentage calculations are done correctly, or at least enter your total marks and enter those marks that you got. That way the percentage is automatically calculated. Now, some of you might be having this query. CBSE guys, you have 5 subjects, 6 subjects, only 4 will be considered, etc., etc. I would recommend that whatever is finally printed in your grade sheet, whatever percentage you've got in the grade sheet, that is what should be reflecting. Okay, please make sure that whatever is there in your final grade point, that is what has been reflected. Right? Thank you, my friends. With that, I will be ending the session. Have a wonderful exam. I hope you'll all keep following us on YouTube as well as Instagram, because we have a lot of sessions planned for you for IIFT, for NMAT, for SNAP, and of course for CAT and ZAT too. So stay tuned to our channel. You'll keep getting notifications on a regular basis. We have almost 3 to 4 sessions every week on various topics, including practice questions as well as informative sessions like this. See you in my next one. Thank you. Closed.